Hey, it's me, Hannah Podjagley T, and I am just getting back in from a walk and a shower and all that stuff. And I was looking at a video that triggered me, and it was a rapper talking about the LGBT community, and it was a lot of ignorance in there. And I know we have been conditioned, and we are in a world where righteousness has turned into putting other people down for their lifestyles, even when their lifestyles have nothing to fucking do with you. Like, literally, nothing to fucking do with you. And I find it funny that heterosexual men or women, whatever, like, have an issue with gay men fucking each other up their ass. But you're literally getting fucked up your ass right now by the 1%. You're literally allowing people to hide behind fucking robes, fucking false doctrines, aka the Bible. And I'm gonna go out and say it. You can call me a demon, you can call me whatever the fuck you want to, because at the end of the day, I strive for wholeness. I strive for righteousness that equates treating people the way that we should treat people, like treating people with kindness and love and compassion, understanding each other, instead of judgment and condemnation and condemning people to hell. Having to be so fucking insecure and hell-bent on that your lifestyle and your way is the right way, that you literally have to make someone else wrong in order for you to be right. That's crazy. You either right or you right. Like, you don't have to make someone else wrong for you to be right. And you're literally getting screwed up the butt. And I know your cognitive has dissonance by now. If you're not on this wavelength, your cognitive has went right on out the window. It can't keep up, because you're literally getting screwed by people who literally have taught you to condemn homosexuality, but they're fucking kids. And I invoke my amendment to freedom of speech. So you can try to censor me in this earthly realm, but consciously, the thought is already thought. It is already put into the universe. I am not saying that as a heterosexual person that you can't feel like homosexuality isn't for you. You literally can feel that way. You literally can raise your kids to with the same ideology. But one thing for sure and one thing for certain is, I feel sorry for you who are out here condemning motherfuckers because of their sexuality, when in all actuality, literally, you might have to reincarnate back to this place and struggle with living in your truth. Because I don't even think homosexuality is a sin. I literally think that anything you do to harm a person, whether intentionally or unintentionally, is a sin. And I think when it's unintentional, like when you didn't intend to do it, you have to make amends, and that's when it becomes no longer, something harmful. It was a mistake. Now, if you just walking around here unintentionally with a sword and you just, poking everybody that go fucking by, like, literally, you, my dear, have a problem. Because you're stabbing people and saying that you didn't intend to, when you literally have your sword poked out, stuck out, and that might go over someone's head. But then you have the argument that God made you who you are. That is biology. How can you claim to be of spirit, but you don't realize that a spirit can identify with masculine or feminine? Bitch, I identify with both. Spiritually, biologically, I have motherfucking male and female hormones. Y'all literally have to pick up books. It's very dangerous. A lot of y'all are wielding just the Bible, and y'all won't pick up a book to say another book to save you a day in your life. A lot of y'all have hid under wielding false doctrine all these years. And I'm not saying that the Bible don't have truths in them, but I'm just saying that y'all need to pick up another book too. Biologically, we literally are having both male and female hormones flowing through us. Biologically, we all start out as female. Biologically, that's when your body starts to develop what actual biological gender you will have. Biologically has nothing to do with your attraction to another fucking human being. A lot of people are attracted to souls and spirits. A lot of people are functioning on realms and frequencies that you have yet to even come to. You have just been brainwashed and fed doctrine of the people. The very people who are feeding you the doctrine that homosexuality are wrong are literally the same people that literally our president didn't even want to pass a bill so that these niggas could get outed. Like the priests who are literally, messing with the little kids, who literally get transferred from one church to another to mess with more little kids. Yeah, pedophilia is very deep into that culture. They literally hide behind the robe. They literally hide behind the cloth. Genocide. We're not upset about genocide, but we're upset about what another fucking person do in their fucking bedroom. That's what we're upset about. Now, I can understand being upset as a parent that I want to raise my child with this set of foundation morals and values, and I feel like y'all are spreading rhetoric that I don't want my child to have yet. I can understand that argument. I can understand that wholeheartedly. But what I can't understand is that it disturbs your spirit because you gotta call a person who may physically present in your eyes as him, her. That bothers you? That bothers you. That bothers you. But it doesn't bother you that kids are getting raped, ancestral. They're getting raped by religious leaders. They're getting raped by authority figures. That doesn't bother you? It doesn't bother you that men or women are getting, literally SA'd, literally sexual assaulted. It doesn't bother you about that. But it bothers you. Consensual sex bothers you? Consenting adults bother you. But you will literally have women, men, and children talking about how they literally got violated. And you'll literally protect the soul motherfuckers doing the violation. But you have a problem with consensual sex between consenting adults who are not a threat to you. How does their sexual behavior in their bedroom affect you? You gotta have these conversations. You gotta start fucking using your brain. And I know we don't all have one, but please, go shut the fuck up. If you don't have one, go sit down. Go sit down. Just be quiet. Because y'all will fight every fucking body but the 1% that's killing y'all. The 1% that's enslaving y'all. Y'all will fight and make everybody your enemy but them. And that doesn't mean that there aren't enemies within all these different groups and identifiers. There are. That's why they get to hide in the different groups and identifiers, because we're constantly fighting each other, so they know how to get us. They know how to get us. But you too blind to see. It is unity, my friends. Unity will save us. You literally will condemn the motherfucking people who identify as the witches, the sorcerers, the ones who know they are magical and fucking powerful, the ones who are saving your motherfucking asses every fucking day from their prayers, from their rituals, from the root work they do. You literally condemning them, but you're missing the point. You're missing the whole point. That the same people who got you condemning all these different groups and types of people literally got you arguing over religion and which one is right and which one is wrong and which one is the way, when you literally will sit there in your argument and say, God made you this way. Well, if God made them this way, then who are you to say that God didn't make them gay? Who are you to say that God didn't make me who the fuck I was? Like, that God didn't tell me I could play with magic. And not even play. I willed that bitch. I willed that bitch for the greatest good. And who are you to say that, God said this person couldn't do this and this person couldn't do it. If that person ain't hurting you, learn to shut the fuck up. Just learn to shut the fuck up, because just be quiet, because you're literally watching every day as people who literally are your enemy, people who are literally fucking putting their foot on your neck, people who are literally screwing you up your ass as we speak with no lube, and it's like you like it. So let's have that conversation. You may be heterosexual biologically, but spiritually, you're gay, my nigga. You're getting screwed up your ass, no lube, and you like it. You're not doing anything about it. All you're doing is punching down on groups of people who have already been punched down on. Whether it be black people, whether it be gay people, whether it be people who do not identify with regular religious practices, you literally be punching down on so many different groups of disenfranchised people. And to my fellow Christians, Jesus did not practice the ways that you are portraying. Like, Jesus did not, he was not down with that shit. He literally wasn't with classism. And that's what you're doing. You're creating classism outside of race. You're creating classism with money. You're creating classism with religion. You're creating classism with social status. You're creating classism for these fucking people to keep operating and doing the shit that they doing. And I'm fucking sick of watching it. And I'm speaking this shit out into existence. The same people who are perpetuating the ways of the 1%, you're going to meet your demise. Hopefully, God will literally give you chance after chance after chance to figure this shit out. But we're right here. Like, this is war, my nigga. Don't nobody got time for that shit. Don't know. We can argue about that shit when this shit is over with. If we all fighting for the same cause, like, I'm gonna need you to fucking use your fucking brain, or you need to be on the front line. You need to take your idiotic ass on that front line and sacrifice your life, because literally I'm getting tired of it, and I don't have kindness today. Stupidity is fucking getting on my nerves. It's really getting on my nerves, like, it really is. And I'm having one of my moments where, like, I don't give a fuck how I said it. I said it. And I don't give a fuck. Go sit with yourself. Figure out, are you telling on yourself? Are you hiding something? Is there some healing you need to do? Why? Let's ask these questions. Why do you hate black people? Why do you hate yourself? Because you came from us. We genetically code for all this shit. Straight hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, green eyes, hazel, brown. All those things come from us. In order to have a recessive trait, you have to have a dominant. In order to have something recessive, it has to be something dominant. But we don't want to talk about that. So really, white supremacy is nothing but self-hatred. You hate yourself because you came from the black man, but you did not get maybe all the great genetic coding genes to be fit and suitable to be out in the sun. Let's just call a spade a spade. Like, don't have self-hatred for yourself. How about let's try to figure out how we can be better and do better together. Or you won't make it here. How about that? Because Earth don't want people here who cannot get along and be symbiotic. Like, literally. Yes, life is a life cycle, but some of y'all it's like y'all are hell-bent on trying to destroy yourselves and the planet you exist on. And it is dangerous to have certain rhetoric, because that literally allows others who are in false power to continue to fuck us all. So literally, we can argue about religion, and not even once all this is over and said and done, like, let's have actual intellectual conversations about our agreements and disagreements with religion, with sexuality. And one motherfucking thing I have to say, because I know your cognitive had dissonance, once again, you do know that God has made intersex people, and I know that they do not get the platform they deserve, But God literally has made intersex people, intersex creatures. God has made asexual creatures, creatures who can reproduce without any other partner. God has literally made every freaking thing you can fathom. God has created. Who the fuck is you to judge? Literally have intersex people that have biologically both body parts, but we don't want to have that conversation. And literally, we once thought that they couldn't reproduce, and that's a lie. It is a lie. They can reproduce. So literally, all this talk about, condemning sexuality and all that shit, like, you're gonna have to start having conversations with yourself about who taught you these things, and why do you feel this way? Because if you really believe God created all, you'd have to start to fucking realize God even created this fucked up shit that we're fighting right now. That's why we can win. God created it. That's why we know it's game over. God created it. Literally. And you condemning them as condemning God, far as the ones who are not hurting other people. The ones that are not holding other people. And I will end this by saying that literally, I don't give a fuck what group you identify with. I don't give a fuck who you believe in. I judge people based on how they treat other fucking people genuinely. No performance, no acting, none of that shit. That's how I judge your heart and your character. And that is exactly how God is judging y'all asses, and me too, me included. When Latifah show up fucking wrong, God tap my ass and say, hey, look, you got to do better. You got to do better. God showed me, and I have to do better. So literally, hopefully you will see you, and you need to do better. Like, because condemning motherfuckers that ain't did nothing harmful to you or no one else is ass backwards. You should be fighting against people who are literally hurting others. People who are literally upholding and perpetuating sexual deviancy, greed, literally hoarding of resources while others are literally fighting to survive. That's who we should be calling out. That's who we should be attacking. To literally attack groups of people because of sexuality and they're not hurting you. They're disturbing ideologies that were ingrained in you. That's crazy. We literally have all this shit in nature. You just don't want to admit it. And yes, we've had wicked people experimenting on us and literally manipulating gene traits and reprogramming shit. Yes, that is true. That exists. My brothers and sisters that talk about that, you are not wrong. This video is not for you if you have been calling out the fucking evil scientists, mad scientists is what I call them, that has been experimenting on our foods, experimenting on different animals and different parts of nature. Y'all are right. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. What I'm saying is stop condemning people. Stop trying to act like you can't be in mutual agreements or mutual company with motherfuckers just because they don't look like you, they don't talk like you, they don't dress like you, they don't have sex like you, they don't eat like you, they don't speak like you. Like, I don't care. Stop doing that shit. That shit is division. That's division. And anybody who is still working on divisive plans and they not dividing themselves from pure fucking evil, like, baby, you out. You out. You figure you out. You figure you out. You ain't safe over here. I don't protect that shit. I hope that it burn. I hope it catch on fire and it crumbles. Literally, that shit ain't right. Too many motherfucking people have died because we didn't fit the script or the narratives, and we weren't hurting anybody. We weren't mistreating anybody. And you're still perpetuating that same shit, thinking that you will have freedom and peace. You will not have freedom or peace until we're all free, sweetheart. There will be no peace for the whole until there is war and bloodshed of evil. Until evil is eradicated. So, like, literally, figure your shit out. Figure you out, because this ain't it.